I don't know, but they it's like we was doing glycolysis, photosynthesis.
Glycosis.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all have Zion ask good questions, and then you're going next. All
I
right?
think I'm waiting for you.
I want you to go.
Cause no, I can't go.
What?
I can't go today.
Here you go. You gotta go today.
Huh? That's how I affect that.
It's a good question.
You don't know?
You want to show up. What?
Hey man, let me see that POC.
Y'all got it?
Yeah.
But there's only one person on there.
Oh, I think that's Chloe on here too.
Okay, thank you.
I never understood them.
Huh?
I never understood them.
It's not that hard.
Like,
My POC is comparing, trying solving an equation with one variable versus solving an equation with two variables. What I know is I had to, it's asking me to solve for x, and I know it also has two variables, so it's gonna end up being a fraction. What question do you have that? Or I'm gonna help y'all.
Do you know what the first step is?
Yeah, I already know how to solve that thing. So, you solve for this x right here, you want to get rid of everything beside it. So you minus 2. You do y minus 2 equals the 3x. And then since this is being multiplied, you divide it. Divide the 3 right here. And then do it like that. Any questions?
that's it.
Just so y'all know, this was an actual question. I ain't just make this up. And yeah.
So solving for other one is the same, right? You just have a number.
Like solving for y?
Like solving for a single variable.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it won't be a fraction unless it's like something that can be divided or multiplied together.
Yeah. Like if it was 2 and 4, it'd be a whole number. But like 2 and 3, it would be a different. It would be.
But you're not going to solve a single variable?
I mean, I can.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and solve one.
Yeah.
You got a problem?
Do like 3x plus 1 equals 6.
Now do 3x plus 1 equals
21.
21x minus 5.
Yeah, because that's only one variable.
So, wait, what's it's 18? Huh?
Um, It should be like 1/3.
Yeah, it's
Well, you
six,
can divide
it's,
it.
Oh, no, it's not.
oh,
Is it? Yeah.
yeah, it's 18 divided by 6.
1/3.
My fault.
Wait, no, I think you're right.
Ask them a question to help
Do you know what
them
6?
think about it.
Do you know what 6 divided by 18 is?
Do you know how to reduce the fraction, Zion?
No.
Do you know what 6 divided by 6 is?
Yes. So,
It's what?
wait, it's 1.
So simplifying, do you know what simplifying is?
No.
If you don't know what it is, it's making it smaller than what it is. That you just.
I don't know how to simplify that. That's why I put that.
It's just divided by the smallest number. It's 6.
So you do 6 divided by this?
6 over 18 divided by 6 over 6.
You can't divide,
You can't divide
18 by
by
6.
But to simplify it,
Well, I got one over
It has
there.
to go into both numbers though.
yeah, 6.
6 don't go into 18. Yeah, it does. It goes into by 3. Yeah, you have it right.
Yeah, 6.
So this is right?
1/3 is right. 1/3 is X.
Y'all confused me.
No, I was confused myself.
I know I don't take math, but
What's your aha moment? Probably reducing the fraction.
Yeah, reducing that fraction.
that was wrong.
Yeah, at first I didn't have one, then y'all did that. And
See, do you feel like, do y'all do tests in there? Like maybe you might feel a little bit better about taking it. What's that say? Got X by
I
itself.
got the X myself.
I low key miss math, but I don't miss doing homework.
Can I see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm good. I don't know about Chloe.
I'm good.
Oh, I forgot my POC. My POC was comparing, contrasting, solving an equation with one variable versus using an equation, solving an equation with two variables. My first step was I wrote the problem, then I got the x by itself, and I divided by 18. Then I did 6 over 18, and then I got 1 over 3. It's my 15 seconds. Y'all still need this or not?
Zion, I think that was the best little, tutorial you ever did.
Okay.
One second. Damn. This discuss related.
Bits and pieces. Nah,
This mark.
that marker is out. It's in there.
Oh my gosh. It's falling. Okay. Oh, this one's bad too. Okay. So. Can y'all see that? Who is this on here? Talacia?
Can you hold up the laptop, Adri?
Yeah, I was checking my notes, but y'all do that first. One second. Hey, Talacia. Are y'all done yet?
No, hang on.
You got another tattoo. You got another tattoo. Oh, I like.
It's work time.
I'm good. I don't know about them.
Are y'all good?
I'm good.
I don't know where Talacia at. You know how to say this?
Myelinated.
Myelinated, that's what you're talking about today? Okay. Let me get that close.
It's just what your opinion is.
I know. And let's see what y'all think. Okay. So. I shall begin. So, my PLC is, do you agree with the scientist's argument that teenagers show poor judgment because their brains aren't fully myelinated? And what I know is that this is really like an argument, so you can think what you want. And some scientists don't believe it, some scientists do. And I think that I believe it in a way. But, yeah, and this means like myelin, this right here, is it allows electrical impulses to transmit quickly and efficiently along the nerve cell. And then some scientists believe that it doesn't fully develop till around 20. Yeah, and then I really was kind of confused with what this question meant. Like, what does this have to do with you, like, you know, with poor judgment? That makes sense. You know, Zoya?
Yep. So, like, with me, I was like, but like, you know, like, whenever you grow up and everyone talks about, like, as you grow older, you forget things. Like, that means, like, your brain really doesn't really hold all the information for a while. Because if your brain isn't really fully developed till you're 20, you know, my mom be talking about, you know, her being a little slow and she only like 40 or something. Like, you may have all this information, but it goes real quickly. So, you know, you could still be an adult and make poor judgment. I think it's really about how you do. Like, 'cause some people know they do poor judgment and they don't care. And some people know that they do, but they try not to, you know?
I didn't think about that.
I think people just choose to do the wrong things.
Yeah, I put on the thing that it was kind of true because like most adults when they're older, they're like, when I was younger I should never done that.
Mm-hmm.
But now they probably wouldn't do it as they're older.
Yeah, and as you're a child, you really don't think about the consequences till after. It's like, oh no, it's so fun doing that, but then you're gonna get ISS after.
Yeah, and then I put that this isn't like an excuse.
Yeah.
Y'all get what I'm saying?
Your brain, it shouldn't matter if your brain is myelinated or isn't myelinated for you to do poor judgment. It's just, you choose to do what you do.
Yeah, and then I wrote that you can still make poor judgment, but you should still know like right from wrong.
It shouldn't be an excuse of why you do poor judgment.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. I just want to know how y'all feel. How do you feel, Ryan?
I think if you know right from wrong, it doesn't matter if you're not fully modeling it, fully developed. So even if you're an adult, you still make bad decisions sometimes. You can make bad decisions when you're younger also. So I don't think that it's a true argument, because you can still do bad things as a child and as you're older. So
Like, I disagree too, because like little kids, some kids I know, they know right from wrong, and their brain ain't fully developed, you know?
Okay, so think about this. If you had an important decision to make, would you ask like a teenager or an adult?
I would ask an adult, because I'm not experienced.
Honestly, I think it just really depends. Because I don't think it really has to do with age, because they like older adults, so they know more. Because as teenagers, some of us experience things that you wouldn't even think or believe.
Okay. I'm done. Y'all need to write these notes.
This thing goes up. Myelination in brains or judgment.
It says, do you agree with the scientist argument that teenagers show poor judgment because their brains aren't fully myelinated?
And what is myelinated?
Like, it ain't fully grown yet. Like, it ain't fully developed.
So what is the myelin sheath?
That's just part of it.
That's like,
Part of what?
That's just like the
And that's something that covers?
yeah,
That's what
of the myelin.
So what if that sheath is penetrated? Or what if that sheath isn't, cover the myelin part of it? What happens then? Doesn't that cloud your judgment? Doesn't that make you think differently?
It can get damaged.
Exactly. So what happens if your myelin sheath is damaged? Does that have anything to do with you making decisions? And maybe that's what some scientists think. And how does damage come when you're a teenager? What happens? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what situations have you,
encountered for it to happen?
what's that?
What situation have you encountered for it to happen?
For development to slow, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, your environment could have something to do with it. Your relationship with others. I'm just throwing stuff out there. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Poor judgment is,
It's character.
I mean,
I think it's part of character development. I don't know if it has something to do with your brain.
so some people, I'm just gonna use this as an example. What does your development of character come from? Like, how do you know what's right, what's wrong? How do you know that?
Most of it comes from.
Do you read it? Do you
No, you were
experience
raised.
it? Are you told it?
All of it.
Yeah, like, cause some things it's like, oh, you'll know whenever you know. Like sometimes it takes for it to happen to you to really understand why you shouldn't do it.
All right, so Adriana said something about she feels like it has something to do with your character and how your character is developed. So what I'm asking is, how does that development occur? When does that happen? How do you know you are right? Or how do you know? All right, so for example, this is a cheesy example, but my son goes into a store. He's 4 years old. Goes into a store. I like that candy. I like that candy. Right? He likes it, takes it, puts it in his pocket. We check out the store. We walk out the store, ding, 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 ding. Right? So if we haven't taught him that it's not right to do that, did he make a bad choice?
Typically, no. 'Cause he-
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
it's something he likes.
Yeah.
So for 4 years or whatever, when he likes something, he can get it. Does that make sense? Right? But how does, when does character development occur? Do I have to tell my son? Does he have to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So does he know that's right or wrong? Or let's take it to another level. Zion is my son. And he sees me every day. Every day, right? Every day. He does it. How am I going to respond to that? It's all right. What does high school say about that? What does his job say about that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is it wrong for him to do it? Because he was led by an adult. I mean,
Yeah.
you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, you really can't get mad at him when he learned from.
When he learned it. So maybe everything is all learned behavior. Maybe poor judgment is a learned behavior. I mean, I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Well, I don't think that, like I was saying earlier, I don't think people really think about what they're doing until it happens. Like, for example, drinking and driving, you may think it's fun, having a good time with your friends until like someone gets killed.
All right, but does that person know you're not supposed to do that because of the outcome? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you kind of know.
if I drink and I drink enough, it may impair me and I may then cause this outcome that's not good. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we can talk about this forever. I'm good. I love this kind of stuff because I think y'all need to think about it. I mean, why do you have Republicans and Democrats? Who's right?
And who's wrong?
And you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
who's right? So, show poor judgment, scientists argue, and I think that's key because it's still something that's going on. Still an argument about a teenager making poor choices. And where does all that stem from?
Parents.
Okay, you say parents.
So what if you
Maybe
have
there's no kid with a parent.
Yeah, friends.
You got friends, environment.
Yeah.
You got all those things you have to consider. But first of all, somebody has to know what is right and what is wrong. It's easy to say, man, you know right from wrong. You may not really know.
Yeah.
Because if Zion's my son, he sees me doing this all the time. He don't think nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, he thinks, oh my God.
I mean, it's okay. But if he goes in another situation,
Then he'll be
then he
saying-
has to know. Does that make sense? So is it learned? You know what I mean? You have to kind of know where you are. You have to know your situation. You have to know your environment. That makes sense. Just saying. You said something powerful a while ago, and I don't think you even caught it. You said something about you would think, something along this line, you would think adults would know better, but sometimes they just don't know. Like, they don't know. They don't know if it's right or wrong. A
Yeah,
teenager, you said a teenager may have went through some things, that may have experienced some things. You know what I'm saying?
They're adults,
The adults may not realize that, dang, they living in a house with no lights.
Yeah.
So how am I gonna get mad at a student who's living in a house with no lights and they can't do their homework?
Yeah.
So did she just not, or he just not do their homework because they just, forget that, they don't want to do it? Did they make that decision? Was that the judgment? Was that the call that they made? or their circumstances causing them, you know what I mean? They're
See, I
divided,
like this. I like to discuss the real stuff that we have.
you know? But that's a real thing,
Yeah.
and it's ongoing,
And it's very common today, people make.
Super common. you know what I mean? Go ahead and write your steps up there, we're gonna shut them days out. And we can take this a step further. You know, if you guys watched the news last night, there was a mother.
I saw
you
that.
killed
Okay,
your
all right.
baby.
Okay, my PhD was, you agree with the scientists' agreement that teenagers show poor judgment because their brains aren't fully myelinated. So we discussed the meaning of myelination. And then we talked about our own opinion on poor judgment. And then number 3, we thought about situations involving poor judgment. And my aha moment. Probably. Let me think.
You could put the situations involving poor judgment.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
For my aha?
Yeah.
And I don't have, the right research or anything, but I think there's a lot of factors that go into how an individual makes a decision.
Yeah, I think
There's
so
a
too.
lot of factors that go into it.
Do y'all still need to write this?
I got it.
Yeah, I'm almost done. Hold on.
Who's on the call? Chloe, Talasia, and Chelsea?
Yes, sir.
Did y'all get all that?
I got it.
Chloe, Talele?
Yeah, I'm good.
I think he waiting on you, Lay.
Can't hear y'all. Too bad.